helps nobody, because once you make yourself a victim, you lose all power over your own fate. Once you become a victim in your own eyes, you lose power to change your fate, to change your future. You only depend on the perpetuator and on the person you stand on your knees begging for help, or for, you know, for any kind of reparation or that kind of stuff. I don't think a victim culture will help the role. I think they need to be assimilated into the British culture, and that will solve most of the problems. If they assimilate, that basically will mean that the police will see them as normal citizens, and they will see themselves as normal citizens, and there will be automatically less crime. But before that can happen, assimilate into the culture. Yes.
Assimilate. Yeah, but what is very serious? Assimilate into British culture. So we have to be able to define what is British culture and what is assimilation. So if you
good question.
yeah, so it's a very dangerous issue, because if people have a culture and have a way of life, yes, and then you say, oh look, these other people are not British, but they're causing a lot of trouble. What we need to do is get these others who are not British to come in to behave themselves, and then that will change what Britishness is.
But if you go to another country, surely you assimilate.
Wow,
I've lived in another country and I spoke their language, I did their dance, I had friends who were local, I assimilated into that society, into their culture, into their religion, into their respects. I did everything I did to be like the locals. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So I assimilated. I don't say, well, I'm British and I'm going to do it my way.
It's just word assimilation, though. It's a very serious word. It's a very serious word.
So I blended in. I did what I needed to fit in to the society that I decided to join.
Right.
God bless Mr. IC3.
Huh?
Said God bless Mr. IC3.
Right. So to assimilate, that word could be, okay, I'm like a tourist, I'm in a foreign place, and I'm going to try and behave myself as the locals would like me to behave. The other type of assimilation would be, I want to bring my culture here and my ways of doing things, and I think this society that I'm in should try and accommodate people like me. You see the two sides there?
Which one do you prefer?
I believe that just like having a house or a home, when you go into somebody else's home, you should behave under their rules. As a guest. As a guest. Yes,
That's
yes,
somebody's
yes.
home, not out in the wider streets, in the wider community.
It's the same principle.
Yeah, it's the same principle. That's what it means.
Yes, the same principle. But there are people that do not believe that they see themselves as guests. They believe that this culture or this nation, their values are wrong, and that we've got to come now and civilize these people. Civilize these people, and that's why we're here. We're here to fix the sick society. It's two different things.
If we don't want to blend in. When I've been I've chosen my countries wisely, because
Yes.
it's been somewhere where I've actually wanted to be, not where somewhere where I wanted to change.
Oh, yeah, well, that's your point of view, but there's other people who have different points of view. Just like these bankers.
This society is not sick, ladies and gentlemen. This society is unstable. It's unstable for certain reasons. The instability is based on the structure of this society is unstable. It creates crisis after crisis. Now the crisis after crisis may be linked to what we've been said here, but the basic crisis is to do with this material society. You know, is constantly, it's constantly boom and bust. Because you cannot make profit.
So is that good or bad?
That's bad. Is what I'm going to say now. There's only one solution. That is a socialist implementation in this society.
A what?
Whoa!
You see what
I
I'm
have to
saying?
integrate into that. And there's capitalist nationalists. Okay, my first question, all socialists How much taxes did you pay last year? How much tax did you pay last year? How much did you pay to the system?
I was expecting you
How
to
much tax?
It's not about charity, it's just so I can hold this thing together. I can't really,
Are you changing gender, mate?
No, I actually made this to hide the. I actually made this to kind of hide the badge here because it's from an anime convention.
Letting your feminine side come out there.
Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
Pavlov is on Patreon.
Yeah.
Let's break the
One
Patreon.
single bullet, mate. Where's the socialist one?
Hey, he left.
There you go.
One question to every socialist.
You gave
I guess.
a good speech about socialism.
Yeah. I did about the body count of social.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that from last week.
Big body count. It's more.
Look, we can't open about your parents saw what happened.
Never collect slate.
No one wants to
My
know.
parents didn't see anything. They saw. My parents saw the best part of the Soviet Union when it was loosening up. When it was, there was still big lines to buy basic things like butter or sugar or whatever. There were still some difficulties, but it was the time when the Soviet Union actually gave some fruits, some rewards to it. For example, there was no unemployment, there were no homeless people, there were a few good
They're
things.
just running out of money.
But once they loosened the grip, they couldn't hold the country together for long because the country of the Soviet Union has always been held by an iron grip, and that's the main thing that
I
held.
was thinking of you last weekend. I went to Budapest for work and Hungary. God bless Viktor Orban and the Hungarian people. This is what a nationalist state looks like, right? Hungary is now changing every policy to replace the white birth rate. If you have 4 children, you have tax-free life.
That's right,
You
that's
get
right.
a
I heard about that.
7-seater
That's
car.
right, yes. You're
And
looking
you
after
can
the
say
people.
Hungary is traditionally a Christian white nationalist country. I was there as part of the global team for my work. There were people from all around the world. They were free to come there, visit there, engage the Hungarian people, and then leave.
Right.
Because Hungary belongs to the Hungarians. Right?
That's right.
Hungary is a
So-
special case. Hungary is a
Well, it
special
used to
case.
be the
because,
Habsburg, the Austro-Hungarian
yeah, you're right,
Empire.
you're right,
I
you're
went
right.
to 7
You're right.
churches there, the Basilica, the glory of the Hungarian people. And I talked to people. I went to some meetings from my far-right positions, and we spoke to some of the Hungarian boys. And the Hungarian police, it used to be the sex capital. It used to be, they're cleaning it all up using law and order. You have one drink and you drive, you're getting your license taken away from you. There's no negotiation. There's law and order and structure, and that doesn't mean kill black people, brown people. It means come here, do what's good for the Hungarians.
Do you think they've been watching? Do you think they've been watching with the interest of what's happening in the EU? Then,
Well,
Not
from
stepping
the
back and
airport to my
see
hotel,
what happens.
airport to my hotel, the entire highway has anti-EU, anti-George Soros, anti-Juncker posters around the whole highway in Hungarian. I asked the cab driver, I said, well, what does that say in English? And he looked at me and said, learn Hungarian. And I was like, God bless you. You want to live in England,
Yeah, that's
speak
right.
English, mate,
Right,
right?
right,
And then I
okay.
spoke of in London, there's a school with 17 different languages being translated. No one had a referendum to sign up to ask if this blessed plot of land should be given up. And I don't think that we can't have national states, but back to your point about communism, what I was thinking of, we went to a shop and there were some Indian execs all from the US, some black execs all from the US. We went to the shop and the Hungarian guy treated them like shit. And we walked out, they were like, but hey, look at us, we have all this money and stuff. And the guy Hungarian didn't care. And I spoke to his son later, because he spoke out.
Why did he treat them like shit?
What's that?
Why did he treat them like shit?
Because during the communist times, I'm circling on your point, is when the state ran everything. When you owned the shop, you had power and status, and who got the brand, who got that. When capitalism entered, all these guys had no more social prestige.
exactly.
What the communists had given them had been taken away.
My
from
parents
them,
told me a
right?
lot about that. My
right.
father, my father's parents, they were owners of a shop. So they knew
know
firsthand.
you know what I'm talking about,
Yes,
right?
I know very well how it worked. Because people in our village, because in Ukraine I lived in a village, usually it's a pretty big village. It's a village. They needed to be in good terms with the people of the shops. They needed to give them something here, to give them something there, to give them some favors, and in return, there would be some of the first people to get butter, to get sugar, to get those basic
And there was
things.
prestige in that.
Yeah,
role.
exactly.
And that prestige had gone away. And this guy looked at as a Hungarian, a proud Hungarian, watched this global team walk in. And I could see in his eyes, he just wanted to
even though there was
Socialist is like one question for every socialist.
even though there was prestige.
It's a good idea.
What is exactly socialism?
It's a terrible idea.
Why is it a good idea? It never worked.
When I say that, if it wasn't a good idea, socialism, that's my idea.
Why?
Because it helps people to come together.
No.
Yes, it does.
Kill people.
Simple answer is no.
Yes,
The long
it does.
answer is socialism killed more than any other political
Where's the
regime
proof
in
for
the
that?
world.
Where's
Where's the
read
proof?
it?
I have the
Where's
proof
your
right
read it?
here. I
Where's
have
your
the
read it?
sheet with the body count of socialist regimes.
110
It's good that you asked that. Because I have it
one
written
question
here.
every
You're a
socialist.
slander. You're a slandering socialist.
How much
You're
taxes did you
I'm
pay
not
last?
slandering anybody.
Yes, you are.
Ah, it's the black books. I like black books.
Ooh, the black moon. The
You
black
can have
moon.
whatever book you want. I
This
know.
just got
You
real.
can do what.
My little black book. I got this
Here we
book.
go, the body count. Alright, let's start by the bottom. Let's start by the bottom. The Chinese Soviet Republic and the People's Republic of Mozambique. Both of them had 700,000 killed. You know, but the Chinese Soviet Republic had those people killed
Where'd
in
you
the...
get these facts from? You got them from.
That's a
you
good
got
question.
them from
That's
an
a good
American
Communist
paper.
dead
You
cow.
got them from an American paper that slanders socialism.
It wasn't an American paper. It was an American
Did
guy.
you get that
But
from
it
Russia?
wasn't... No.
From Pravda? From
How do you...
Program?
Okay.
You always say the Russians like
Why would you? The Russians deny the Ukrainian Holocaust. They deny the Holodomor. They still deny it right now. How can you trust what Russians say?
Putin is a strong
Forget about Putin. We're talking about something here. I've got nothing against you, but you seem to be having got this big thing about, he's got to say all these facts about socialism. Listen, socialism is the best way forward. Nonsense.
It's the worst way forward. It's the best way back. It's the best way down into the grave.
No.
There's a simple question to ask every
You
socialist.
want to hear the body
How
count?
much
I can
taxes
tell you
did
where.
pay
I
last
can
year?
tell you where. Do you want to hear?
How much in taxes did you pay last year?
Rudolf Joseph Rommel.
Every socialist. How
Rudolf
much
Joseph
taxes
Rommel.
did you pay?
He's the man who coined the meaning of the word democide, which means murder by the state. It's the murder of the people, of their own state, of the murder of their own people. Democide. Look it up. Rudolf Joseph Rommel, 1932 to 2004.
I've never heard of him.
You might
What has
look.
he got to do with either capitalism or socialism? What do you think?
He researched
For the preservation of capitalism.
Not just
That's
capitalism.
your
And what we
opinion.
preserve
That's your
capitalism for?
opinion.
We're preserving capitalism. We're preserving.
Bring me your proof. Bring me your proof. I want to see your proof. I got proof. I can tell you numbers. I can tell you dates, numbers, and amount of people
Where'd you
killed.
get it from?
This guy.
Yeah, who guy?
Rudolf Joseph Rommel.
And what is he doing?
And there's
He's
another
present-
guy. There's another. His name is Stéphane Courtois. He wrote the Black Book of Communism.
I love black books.
Yeah? Right. Is it Russian or something?
No, it's French. Stéphane Courtois.
French. Yeah, it's like Thomas Piketty written a book and he says he's the new Karl Marx. There's no new Karl Marx.
Okay, so wait.
Only one
The
Marxist
veracity
theory.
of one's arguments apparently completely depends on the person's nationality. According to you, that's what you're saying. Because he's American, he cannot be trusted. Because he's French, he cannot be trusted.
Well, he's obviously
So who can be trusted?
people who want to actually talk about a better society.
So what would you do then
Show
to
me
make
examples.
society better then? What would you
Fidel
do then?
Castro.
Jesus
Fidel Castro. Che Guevara.
Okay, to his credit, to Fidel Castro's credit, he didn't have the bloodiest socialist regime. It wasn't one of the bloodiest.
Wasn't ready for it yet. Just wasn't ready for it yet.
Yeah. No, but look, his regime was relatively mild compared to other socialist regimes. You know, they don't have proof. They don't have evidence. I have evidence. I researched about this.
But you got the wrong
I've spoken-
evidence, haven't you?
Why do you think
Should
it's
have taken it off the socialist side.